The telecenter contest of Mozambique is one of the things that is working in rural areas in Mozambique, and they have some facilities for the community around, and many of those facilities are ICT based, like public telephone and computer, and training in ICT tools, library, I can say, with books, really books, and also digital library, and they have facilities for photocopies and for TV with video, for sharing some useful films and documentaries. And now in Mozambique we have only 2 telecenters at the moment, because with the UNESCO the concept was changed from telecenters for community multimedia centers. Means we have a telecenter, as I tried to explain in general, and also the community radio together. Okay, means by radio they can reach more people around the place where the telecenter is located, and also they can broadcast in local languages using content from digital library and other sources. We have some of those telecenters or community multimedia centers with internet access, but one of the big problems is the quality of internet connection is very bad. It's now changing, but it's bad and also expensive here in Mozambique. Means you can maybe try by 40 minutes trying to open your email, but you have to pay for that, because they are using dial-up. Means you have to pay to the telephone company and also the ISP. But now we are having a lot of broadband connections with low cost, relatively low cost, because one of the problems is the sustainability, because people don't have many people paying for the service at the telecenter, and also the telecenters, they are working based on the money what they are trying to do, and they are working with volunteers and things like that. Basically that can be the brief overview of what is telecenter contest of Mozambique. Each of the telecenters is located in one place where before was made some kind of survey and trying to get information about the relevance of having a telecenter in that place, and also involve local communities and local leaders to manage the telecenters and how this is working, etc. And here in Shinavan is mainly, many people are working at this factory for sugar cane. And if we go to Manisa, we'll see in Manisa that the telecenter is located where we have many people working in agriculture also. But we have in other places in Mozambique where it's more located in place where they have men's fishermen, I can say that. And yes, in different contexts and different places in Mozambique.
In the new knowledge society, access to the infrastructure with which to share information and knowledge has become paramount for development. But the huge disparities in access to internet and related technologies mean that the knowledge revolution is resulting in comparative knowledge poverty for most of the world's population. That is why UNESCO has launched a program to introduce community multimedia centers aimed at including the excluded. Kotmale Community Radio, or KCR as it is known, first became a focus in the lives of the people of this rural area of Sri Lanka when it was started in 1981. The station's producers, many of whom are local people, regularly travel to the outlying villages of Kotmale to record interviews, mostly with farmers on crop information and the like. However, apart from its participatory approach, the recent addition of an internet project has made KCR extra special.
It
is 7 o'clock in the evening and time for KCR to go on air. What appears to be a conventional radio broadcast is in fact an innovative experiment in taking the internet to the people. During this daily 1-hour program, the presenters surf the internet in response to questions from listeners. The results of the web search are then interpreted over the air and discussed with studio guests. For example, a local doctor explains and comments on information in a health website. This radio browsing program provides indirect internet access to villagers who do not have computers and may not be able to speak English. It also raises awareness of the wealth of resources available online.
The idea behind this was there has to be some kind of interface between the internet information resources and the people in rural areas who cannot understand information without having some kind of a facilitator. So this is where we came out with this idea of radio browsing the internet program. That was the basic concept of this whole project. The idea is that you sit in front of the internet computer screen together with some resource people in subject areas and try to visualize and explain this information, available internet resources, over the radio in local language. So here what happens is that it is not just mere information what we are trying to transmit over the radio, because information itself does not become knowledge unless it is communicated, discussed and contextualized.
This locally created knowledge is shared on air and stored in a community database for development. Free access to the internet is an important aspect of the project. There are computer terminals at the station that can be used by members of the Kotmale community to surf the internet or develop their own sites.
We are
making a web page about the ancient civilization of Sri Lanka. The page includes information about traditions and cultures. We will add this page to the KCR website.
KCR has now become the pilot project for an international UNESCO program to provide rural communities with access to information and communication technology, or ICT. This program is based on the concept of the Community Multimedia Center, which is the result of the combination of community radio and community telecenter. The Community Multimedia Center allows even the most remote village to communicate and exchange information with the rest of the world and to locally produce and access information for development.